Hello, YouTube. This is Mahadeva, the Thunder Wizard. So, do you want to ascend? Do you want to evolve? Do you want to escape reincarnation? Do you want to achieve enlightenment, moksha, liberation, Valhalla? Do you want to be an absolute victorious human being? Do you want this life that you are in to be the best life possible? Do you want to manifest the most fulfilling, most successful timeline possible? If so, then I want you to think about something. You've heard the phrase, we're either acting out of love or fear, right? I personally don't like that phrase because although essentially there's truth to it, people conflate love with other things. So there are a lot of people out there who think they're operating from love when in reality they're operating from fear. And they give themselves away to other people, they make themselves doormats. They think that by saving others, they are operating from love. And as I said many times, they're operating from fear and selfishness. But it's so twisted around and so unconscious, they don't realize that. So I want to get rid of that phrase and give you a new one. You are either doing one of two things at any given time in your life. You are either escaping or conquering your life. You are either escaping or conquering. So they say love conquers all. So if we look at it like that, then yes, you are either operating from love, the love that conquers this life, or you are operating from fear, which seeks for you to escape. Now, many people escape through ways that don't seem weak or fearful. In fact, that's what they tell themselves. They control, they manipulate, they're abusive to other people. They think that's powerful. Actually, that's escape. They're escaping their own feelings of insecurity. They're escaping their own feelings of being unable to control anything in this life. So in order to feel like they have some control over themselves, they control, manipulate, abuse others. There are other people that believe they're operating from love, but they do the same thing. But instead of using negative means to control and manipulate people and try and control their life, they use, quote, love to do it. They're constantly giving, they're constantly negotiating, they give up their boundaries, and they do that so that they can control other people. There are some people, the way that they control and manipulate is they make themselves indispensable to somebody. They do so much for somebody that they hope that the other person will say, I can't live without this person doing things for me. And so their love is actually a way to control, which is a way of escaping their powerlessness. So what I am offering you is a space where you can be in this state of powerlessness and yet have all of the power of the universe. My experience through life is that if I am constantly vigilant to stay conscious of this rule, I am either conquering or escaping life. If I stay conscious of this and I continuously work at this, what ends up happening is that the universe seems to align itself to me as though I am telling it exactly what to do. And things align themselves in such a way where I benefit. I am currently experiencing the best health of my life. I have a successful online business. My instincts know where to go and what to do to avoid the major problems that are going on in this crazy world. And I know that they will align themselves so that I will end up being where I want to be in the future. And that is because I have learned how to live in a state of powerlessness and yet be in a state of being fearless and conquering my life. So the only way to know that is to be very self-aware and to continuously look for how you are escaping your life. And you can escape through anything. Many people escape through spirituality. People escape through television, they escape through video games, porn, sex, gambling, drugs, alcohol. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to escape. They escape by being super loving to everybody. They escape by being super controlling. It's an escape. It's an escape from their fear of not being able to control reality. So this is why I keep telling you to drop all the victim mentalities. If you think there's something or somebody out there that has the power to do it to you, and you indulge in that, and you want to complain about how you can't do anything because the reptilians this, or the false beings of light that, or the government this, or the drug companies or the corporations, the stuff that's really going on. When you go so far into indulging in that and that becomes your focus, then you're escaping your responsibility to find the best in your life and make the most of it. I can't do your work for you. I wish I could magically tap you on the third eye and make you see and feel what I feel. I can't do that. This is your journey. You have to go through it. The only thing I can do is share with you my thoughts, my perceptions, my experience, my mistakes, and the tools. The tools that I offer you are the ways that help me. And if you can continue to look at your actions and your intentions and ask yourself, am I escaping or am I conquering? To conquer, you have to be fearless. To conquer means that you're going up against an enemy that wants to destroy you. So you're willing to die for whatever it is that you want to achieve. And our ancestors knew this. Our ancestors would go out and they'd conquer land and they'd create nations, and they went out to win their life. They knew that they had to go and conquer. And it doesn't mean that you have to be violent. It just means that whatever it is that you want to be a musician, you want to be an actor, you want to be whatever it is that you want to be, a ballerina, a businessman, you want to be a lawyer, you're going to have to go out and you're going to have to conquer your life. You're going to have to be fearless, and you're going to have to be willing to die for what you want. And you can't do that if you are also escaping. Look, you get one chance at this life in this body. You get one chance in this body with this personality that you have. You get one chance. And this is only one of many lifetimes. If you are operating from fear of dying, fear of being hurt, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being whatever, then in essence, you're potentially wasting this valuable time that you have. And I owe it to this body, to this avatar, to this brain, to this lower self. I owe it to this thing that I am inhabiting in this lifetime. I owe it to this person, Mahadeva. I owe it to him to get the most out of life and to give him the best, most happiest, most prosperous existence possible. Because this body will die. The feelings, all of the things associated with this personality will die. My spirit will move on. And if I have lived a life of escape, then I will look back and I will go, I really could have done this, I really could have done that, and I really would have enjoyed that, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it again. And you'll create scenarios that will force you to deal with that same fear. If I do everything within my power, and we're not here to be perfect, we're just here to do our best. If I do everything within my power to conquer my life as best I can, to get the most out of my life, then when I leave this body and I've given this body everything I possibly can, I will look back and I will look at all the things that I accomplished. I will look at the things that I conquered, and I will say, I don't need to do that again. Now I can move on to the next thing. And if that means coming back to this world to experience something new and wonderful, then I will. If it means moving on to the next plane of existence and no longer incarnating on this earth, then that is what I will do. But escape, the more, it's like quicksand. When you're in quicksand, the more you move, the deeper it pulls you down. So I invite you to do what you can. Now, you are going to have whatever feelings you have. You're going to have fear, confusion, sadness, anger. Who knows what your feelings are? You're going to have your feelings. You can't make those go away. You have to have them. But what you can do is to really sit with yourself and be ruthless with yourself and ask yourself, am I living in order to escape right now, or am I living in order to conquer? You think it's not a big deal. You're sitting around your house and you're like, well, I think I'm just going to indulge and just go on the internet and watch a bunch of YouTube for an hour and indulge in some very real conspiracy that's going on in the world. Or you know what? I'm going to get up off my rear end and I'm going to go do that thing I've been thinking about doing. I'm going to go make that video. I'm going to go get on my bike, or I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to create something for who knows what, something positive, something that I'm going to go practice Qigong. I'm going to go master the 5 element sets. I've been thinking about doing that. I'm going to go do that. You know what? I've been thinking about joining the Warrior 90-Day Challenge. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Or are you just going to sit on your rear end, do nothing, indulge in, being controlled and manipulated by this matrix that we live in, this bio-digital matrix that seeks to control you and consume you? It's up to you. I today am choosing to conquer my life, and I'm listening to myself. The ways that I want to escape, the ways that I want to give up. And I'm going to redouble my efforts and go after what I want and get the most out of this life and give myself the greatest happiness, because my body deserves it. My avatar deserves to be happy. I don't want to waste this very valuable avatar escaping. So I want you to meditate on that. You're operating either from love or from fear. That is true. Unfortunately, people misunderstand and conflate those terms. I like the idea of you're either conquering or escaping. So that's my thought for today, and I hope it's helpful to you. Again, all of these links here are for you. If all you're doing is coming on my channel and listening to me, you're honestly getting nothing. Go to the links, courses.thunderwizard.com, to see everything that I offer. Go to the 90-Day Challenge, thunderwizard.com, and subscribe at whatever level you want. I guarantee you won't be able to learn the stuff that's on there within a year. It'll take you longer than that. You want to get to the highest level of energy magic, the most powerful energy practice, in my opinion, on the planet, go to maushan.thunderwizard.com. Or just go onto the site. If you've only been listening to me, go and look into the playlists, watch the playlists, search my channel for whatever it is that you want to learn about. But conquer this life. Conquer this day. That's it for me now. I will see you guys all very soon. Please take good care of yourselves.